Hey, how you doing? It's May 22nd, 2025. I'm at Cuyamaca Rancho State Park, Paso Picacho Campground. And I'm getting ready to head out on the trail. We're going to go to Arroyo Seco Campground tonight, which is about 5.5 miles from here. It's 4 o'clock, 4:07 right now p.m. So hopefully get there with a little bit of time to spare before it gets too dark. So here we go. Thanks for coming along. Now this is Lookout Fire Road. It's kind of a steep climb, but we're going to cut off of this about halfway up, a little ways up here to the left. Head over to the Arroyo Seco Primitive Camp. There's Stonewall Peak. Popular day hike for people to do out of Paso Picacho here. You can see a long ways from up there. Right in the middle of those two trees and the farthest peak out there is the antenna on top of Cuyamaca Peak. The views are getting better every 100 steps or so. Pretty good climb right here. Well, we just hit the 1 mile mark. Climbed just a few feet under 500 feet, so call it 500 feet climb in the first mile. Yeah, you can tell we've gained some elevation. Now here's our Fern Flat Fire Road. Turn off. .5. Now we can make up a little time now. I think we're going to be descending for a little ways. I just hit the 2 mile mark for the day. I see a sign. Looks like we might be at a junction here. Fire Trail to West Mesa Trail. Pretty sure that's where we're going. I'm going to get the map out. Well, we started here at Paso Picacho. We went up Lookout Fire Road here. Turned on Fern Flat Fire Road. Now we're on the bottom half of this stage. And right there is this is called Fire Trail. Comes down here and runs into, it's going to come into West Mesa Fire Trail right there. We're going to come down West Mesa Fire Trail, take these little switchbacks down, and that's where we're headed, Arroyo Seco Trail Camp. Let's go see. Doesn't look like a real well-used trail. Kind of overgrown with grass. And I got a fresh coat of permethrin on my shoes, my pants, and my shirt. Try to keep those ticks away. Glad I did it. Looks like it's going to be a little overgrown in here. Well, I think we're on the trail. Yeah, it looks like trail through there. You have to duck down under these flowers. There's a cut blowdown. That's like a dead giveaway of trail. Getting a little thick in here. Well, here's a big pile of trail maintenance. Looks like it all came off of that blowdown right there. Now, let's see where we are. This is West Mesa Trail to Burnt Fire Trail, Arroyo Seco Trail Camp. Hey, that's where we're headed. Right there, 2.2. out for that guy. Coming into a nice thicket of poison oak here. All that. You can see it up there creeping on the trail. Poison oak. Poison oak. The low tunnel here. Half a mile to the trail, and then 1.5 from here to the camp. So when we get to the trail, we'll only have a mile. That's the trail to Arroyo Seco Trail Camp, 0.9. To Arroyo Seco Trail Camp, 1.8. We're going this way. Oh, there's the horse corral. It's like we're here. Well, this was a good campsite. This is the Arroyo Seco tent site number 3. We're all packed up and ready to go. Well, one nice thing about Cuyamaca up here is all these service roads. They're not open to public vehicles, but these are all fire roads for access during fires and things like that, and get up to service the infrastructure around here. But these roads are nice to walk on, and especially during tick season. You're not on single track with overgrown bushes and weeds flapping at you all the time, where the ticks can get on you. So, yeah, you rarely, if ever, see a vehicle on these roads. They're nice and wide and smooth, get you all around the park. And like yesterday, if you saw day 1, you can see the opposite of that. I was scrambling through tunnels of trees and bushes and poison oak and all that stuff. Alright, so we're about a mile and a half from camp, and we are now in the Green Valley campground. And I'm going to top off with some water from that pump right there, mix up some electrolytes, and then head on to the next stop. That hawk's got a snake. Alright, here's our turn off to visitor center. Well, everything seems to be going okay. It's supposed to be cooler today, but it does feel a little warmer, and it might be because I'm lower elevation right now. You know, almost 1,500 feet lower than where I started yesterday. So, but I'm climbing back up. That's another reason I gotta make up all that elevation, plus a few hundred feet I lost again this morning out of camp. Got a sore knee. My left knee has been talking to me since we left camp this morning. And if we stick to the plan, today's hike should be over 10 miles. Add in that couple thousand feet of climbing, maybe. And prudence says to just take it easy. Don't get dehydrated. Don't overdo the knee. And just take it easy. I do have a bailout point. That's I'm guessing it would be at about the 6 mile point of the day, maybe somewhere in there. Oh, look at that beautiful stream. There's the West Side Trail continuation, but we're leaving that. Taking this connector over to the highway, crossing the highway into the park headquarters and the visitor center, and then picking up a trail out of there. I'm gonna stop there and have my lunch, camel up, take a break. There's a little trickle way down there. Well, here's today's lunch. I got 2 albacores, some trail mix with walnuts, pecans, and macadamias, half a keto bar, and this ratio brownie. Okay, lunch is finished, rehydrated, cameled up. Now we're starting on the cold stream trail, and I think up here a little ways, not very far, we're going to cut over to the soapstone trail or something like that. I'll keep you posted. Alright, Cold Stone Trail that way. Hill Trail to Upper Green Valley Fire Road, 0.3 miles. That's where we want to go. Of course, this is nice and flat near a meadow, and this is steep and rocky. Oh, here we go. Now let's see where we are. I'll take a quick peek at the map just to make sure. Oh, here comes the truck. Oh, here's our next junction. Pretty sure we're going that way. Upper Green Valley Fire Road here. Yeah, I looked at the map a minute ago and we don't want to go this way. We could. It goes basically the same way. This is about the same distance where this one would intersect. But this one does keep me a little closer to the car at the decision point where I got to decide if I'm going to go to the campsite tonight or go back to the car. And the only thing making that decision is going to be my knee, because it comes and goes. It's always there, the pain, but kind of gets worse and gets better a little bit here and there. So we'll see. So we got a junction at 1.2 and a junction at 2.4. Well, I was wondering when we were going to start climbing. Looking at the elevation on my watch, I could tell we're running out of distance. We're still 1,000 feet too low, so I think we finally found the climb. At least part of it. Here's our junction. Stonewall Creek Fire Road. Okay, so the map confirms we want to go this way. Well, I just finished about a 20-minute break. Took a load off my knee and put an ace bandage on there, wrapped it up, and now I got started hiking, and it feels a little bit worse than before I stopped. The numbers just aren't adding up to justify going to my campsite tonight. It's almost 4 miles in the other direction away from the car. So that's 4 more miles I have to do tomorrow, in addition to the 3 miles I have to do today to get to my car. So 3 miles today or 7 miles tomorrow. If I wake up and it's worse, then that's not going to be doing anybody any good. I can't take ibuprofen, which would probably help a lot because it doesn't mix with my heart meds. So that's out. Normally I'd be sucking down 3 or 4 of those things right now. Probably do the trick, but I don't have that option. So unless I change my mind in the next half hour or 40 minutes till I get to the junction, I'll be heading back to the car. Okay, I'll keep you posted. This is month 112 on my backpacking streak, so that's 4 months into year 10. 8 more months and I got 10 years backpacking every single month, 10 straight years. Well, the decision was made back there to call it a day, so I'm heading back to the car. Anyway, if you're not a subscriber yet, that would help the channel. If you want to hit the subscribe button. Month 113 coming up here shortly. Anyway, we'll keep you posted. Keep an eye out for the next video, and glad you come along. All right, take care. Thanks.